Hello guys, my name is Wayne Carter. I'm going to be showing you a really quick way to design a formative assessment using Google Forms. First thing you need to know is that you will be required to log into a Google Drive using Google Chrome. As you can see, I am currently in mine. This is my drive. This is Google Chrome. What's important here is that we click New. We go into More. We click Forms, and we're generating a form. This form is where we're going to generate questions. Okay. Now, the point of the formative assessment is that if the question is answered incorrectly, we have to be able to provide prompting and cueing, and then give them an opportunity to go back and basically re-answer the question. Okay. So what I like to do is start off the forms with multiple sections. That way I can navigate through this pretty easily. Okay. This untitled form is going to be our sample question. If I can spell. This is going to be our sample redirect prompt. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to achieve here is that if you answer this question wrong up here, you redirect it down here, and then a chance to go back up here. Okay, so here we're going to put a question in there, and we have questions here, and our sample question is the following: how many inches are in a foot? Okay. We're going to make it a multiple choice answer. Option 1 is going to be 12 inches. Option 2 is going to be 6 inches. So we have our choices now. We have 12 inches, which is correct, 6 inches, which is wrong. So we need to find a way to get a reaction here, okay? So if you answer this question wrong, I'm going to send you to this redirect prompt. And this redirect prompt is just informative, okay? And it's going to say something like this: 6 inches, if I can spell, is equal to half of a foot. So there are 12 inches in a foot. And like me, I like to spell check everything I do. So there we go. So now it says, so instead of making this a question, I'm going to make it a prompt. Click below to revisit the question. Okay. From here, what I'm going to do is just make sure I drill home what I wanted this prompt to say. So here it's going to say 12 inches are in a foot. Okay. So I have my prompt for redirection. I have my sample question that's either going to do two things. And those two things are the following. I need to readjust the screen. If we choose, we're going to go to select. We're going to go to section based on response. Sorry about that. If you choose 12 inches are in a foot, I'm going to give you the opportunity to submit your form. If you do not answer this question correctly, you'll be redirected, where the material will be retaught to you in the sample redirect prompt. Okay? Now, answering this question has to have its own reaction, okay? So instead of being able to submit the quiz here, what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity to go back to question number 1. So notice I'm going to give you the opportunity to go back to section 1, sample question. Okay. So again, what should happen here is if you answer this question wrong, you'll be prompted here with the redirect where the material is broke down to you again. And then you get an opportunity to go back and re-answer the question, which gives you the opportunity to resubmit your response. To take a preview of what you're doing here, you see the I? It's not here, but it's in the preview mode. So let's see what happens if I do this incorrectly, okay? I'm going to select 6 inches for my response for the question, how many inches are in a foot? No, it took me to my sample question, my sample redirection prompt. 6 inches is equal to half of a foot, so there are 12 inches in a foot. Click below to revisit the question. I click here, I click next. Instead of submitting the form, it now takes me back to my sample question. So now I'm going to click the right response that there are 12 inches in 1 foot, and there we go. I'm able to submit the form. Okay? So now we can spice this up a little bit since this tutorial is super short. Let's say I want to know who all has taken this assessment. What I can do is visit my settings. Let's see, collect email address, respond to recipients. I can respond to them if they requested information, always submit it, or I can make it totally anonymous that what their responses were by checking here. With it being formative, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this as a way to get a response if they want the feedback themselves. That's just how I like to do things. You can do it however you like. The presentation can show a progression bar, which I don't really like using, because if you have multiple prompts, sometimes it may misread them to where question 2 is labeled like question 6. So I like to keep that out. You can shuffle the questions as well if you have multiple questions, and even as a quiz function to where you can make it into a quiz. I'm just going to, again, keep it simple and just collect email addresses. And they will not have the chance to edit this after they have taken it, okay? So we're going to hit save. So now, when I go and hit preview, an email address is required. Now, since I checked the required button, notice the red asterisk is here. So if I try to answer this in any shape or fashion, it will not work, okay? So again, I will have to use my email address. Carter at IUS.edu. I'm going to select 6 inches because I know it's the wrong response. Sample redirection comes up again. I click next. I select the right one. There's that. Next. Do I want to send a copy to myself? Yes. Submit. And there we go. That's a quick tutorial on building a formative assessment that has redirection if the question is misanswered using Google Forms. Thank you guys for viewing. Have a great day. Hope you have fun this semester.